Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to talk about the new Hellboy reboot. This is not connected to the first two Hellboy movies, which were released in 2004 and 2008, directed by Guillermo del Toro. Now it's directed by Neil Marshall, and this is a reboot starring David Harbour from Stranger Things. He was the guy who played the sheriff in Stranger Things as the title character. And look, right off the bat, I'm going to say David Harbour, he is a great version of Hellboy. A lot of people that might have been worried, like, oh, how can you replace Ron Perlman? I'm happy to say that David Harbour is actually one of the few good things about this movie. Unfortunately, the movie itself kind of falls throughout. I was looking forward to this movie. Unlike some people, I actually thought the first trailer looked pretty good. And I thought, okay, I'm ready for another Hellboy movie. And 40 minutes in, I was enjoying what I was seeing. I was like, okay, maybe this is not as bad as people thought it was. And then after the first 40 minutes, it really just starts falling apart all over the place. I felt the story was very inconsistent with itself and a little bit of a mess. I felt that the villain was very lackluster. I did think the creature designs were really cool for the movie. That was something I actually thought was cool. Something that I thought would have been lost from the Guillermo del Toro versions, because his versions always had this unique style to it that really suited him. And even though that style wasn't here, I felt the creature aspect still looked pretty cool. Um, I will say that some of the supporting casts are hit or miss for me. I really did like Ian McShane as Hellboy's father, who adopts him and brings him in and trains him to be this ultimate weapon to combat evil. Uh, but for the most part, look, this movie I feel is not. If you're hoping for a Hellboy similar to fill in that Guillermo del Toro void, you're not going to get that. And by the end of it, I was like asking, they should have went for Guillermo del Toro's third vision. That's the Hellboy movie. Now I'm going to be always looking at this one and saying, I wish we got that third Hellboy movie from Guillermo del Toro instead, because I think that would have been a lot better. Um, they look. There's probably going to be some Easter eggs here and there. I didn't catch them all until the very end. I'm like, oh, I know that character, and unfortunately, I don't think they'll ever get to play around with that character very much, because my theater was not packed at all. As a matter of fact, it looked like it was not empty, but it wasn't packed. I'll say that much. For people that like to lie and say that Captain Marvel didn't have a lot, well, I don't know what they're saying about Hellboy, but Hellboy it's probably not going to do so great this weekend, unfortunately, and it kind of sucks because I don't like putting down this movie because I know a lot of people worked hard at it. I didn't think the R rating was deserving. I felt that they could have just easily still made a PG-13 movie and it would have still came out the same way. So I don't know what was the purpose of the R rating, just to make it seem more cooler because now you can swear and have blood. I didn't see a necessity to that. But look, at the end of the day, I am giving this movie a 5 out of 10. Unfortunately, there were some aspects I enjoyed, but for the most part, especially after the first 40 minutes, I was really wanting the movie to end because I was getting a little restless. So, with that being said, I don't know if I can recommend this movie to my fellow subscribers. Look, if you really love Hellboy, the comics, go and check this movie out. If the Guillermo del Toro versions didn't win you over, I'm going to warn you now, I don't think this one's going to win you over either. So, with that being said, if you've seen the movie, comment below. If you're not interested, comment below also. I don't know. Hey, if you liked it, that's awesome. if you didn't, we all have opinions. So there you go. With that being said, guys, until next time, I hope you like, subscribe, take care.